So on this channel, since I started making videos about the Pocket Original and Pocket 4K, I have always mentioned these are filmmaking cameras and not for content creation or YouTube videos. But in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how these cameras can be used for content creation, along with a few budget-friendly products, which can be used for filmmaking and content creation. I'll be going over each product one by one. And the biggest issue that I always mention with the Pocket camera is it doesn't have a flip screen or a tilt screen, so you can't see yourself. But right now I can, and this is how I can see myself until I'm in frame, I'm in focus. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So the first and most important piece of equipment that you probably need for content creation is a flip out screen so you can see yourself. Which the Pocket cameras don't have. So as a replacement, you can use a Cine Eye, video transmitter in other words. This is Acssoon Cine Eye. This is the older model. They have quite a few new models. They have some cheap ones, some expensive ones, and very easy to connect if you have a phone or iPad. Doesn't matter if you use Android or iOS. Just go to the settings, connect to the Wi-Fi, and turn on the app, and you can start monitoring yourself. Currently, it's connected to this camera, not that one. I've already framed and seen myself, so I know. And you can see I have it here. This equipment helps a lot. Doesn't have to be an Acssoon one. I know if you have a Zhiyun gimbal, Zhiyun also has a video transmitter. Great equipment. Pretty much used on every shoot, especially when it's in tight spaces. Simply because you can just put the camera in the corner and then monitor from a different room. So the next piece of equipment, which is very important for content creation, especially if you're using the Pocket camera original. 4K is not that big of a deal because you can connect any mic and still get good audio. With this little guy, you need a separate source to get good audio, and as you can see, I have the Zoom H1N right here. Probably not the most popular choice, but for content creation, YouTube videos, I think it still works pretty good. What you're hearing now is edited audio. Now, this is how the sound came out, how it was recorded, I mean. And now let's get back to the edited audio. So, it's a good budget option, especially if you're doing content creation. You don't have a lot of money, then why not? As you can hear right now, the sound is decent. The only little hassle you probably have to go through, but that's a common thing if you're making a film, is syncing the audio in post, and it's very easy. Just do a little clap, and then you can see the clap, and you can sync the audio once it's in your whatever editing software you're using. So not a big deal. Most important part of any video or film, audio, so don't ignore that. And if you're using the Pocket Original, then definitely record it separately. So the next piece of equipment I'm going to talk about is something that you probably have seen in my previous videos, but I actually never really talk about it, and that is light. As you can see, there's a light on this side. You can probably see it. Some light hitting here. Normally I use this light. This is the Aputure Amaran ALM9. It's a small, cheap, budget-friendly light. Normally it's on top of the Gh4 5. If not there, it's usually there because I have a window right here. And normally the light that comes in through here, this side is probably well lit, but this side is a bit dark. So I use this light. If not this, then also if you have a lamp, you can use a lamp. Because your face or whatever thing you're showing needs to be visible. If you want to get something like this, many brands that have very cheap lights, something that might cost as little as $15 or $20, so a small light can always come in handy. So now I'm going to talk about the lens I'm using. For this video I'm using the Lumix 12-32, but when I use the Gh4, Gh5, I normally use the Fujian 25mm or the Lumix 14mm lens. This is a small room, so the camera is actually not too far from me right now. Using the Fujian lens right now, on the pocket camera, it's just gonna be my face this much, so that's not quite suitable. So for filming in a small room like this, you probably need a wide lens. So now I'm on the TTArtisan 7.5, definitely a wider lens. I think you're seeing a little too much of this room. Ignore this side, there's a lot of equipment over here and it's a big mess. I know you can see a little bit of this side, just ignore it, or let me just crop it. So yeah, a little better now. Anyways, so yeah, if you're making content in a small room like me, this room is not very big, then of course you need a wide lens. You saw the 14mm, how much range it had, and now 7.5, so almost half difference. These were a few options if you want to create content with your pocket camera. I know a lot of young filmmakers, they like to play around with the Pocket Original, and if you want to switch to content creation along with filmmaking, that's something I did last year. I was fortunate enough to have multiple cameras, so it wasn't a big issue. But if this is your only camera, then it's always possible. And I guess if you are making films, then you probably have better sound equipment than this. In that case, you can use that. And then the light thing, it's all up to you, however you want to light it. I just showed you something simple, something cheap. You don't have to really do the same thing. You can do whatever is more convenient for you. Same thing with the lenses, whatever is more convenient for you, you can do that. So I hope this video was helpful for some people. I hope you guys got some ideas if you want to create some content or make YouTube videos with your pocket camera. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If possible, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.